Hello and welcome to Farmer's Kitchen. Hello,
Hey.
Mrs. Farmer.
Hey.
Hey, we're in a little different setting tonight.
Yes, we are.
We've been in this setting a lot, haven't we?
Too much.
You know, these are different times. I have never thought that we'd be in a situation like this where we're asked to stay home, and we're going to do that because we respect our elders and we don't want to take any sickness to anybody else.
Right.
Because sometimes you don't know if you have it.
Right.
So we are staying at home, and we don't really mind that.
I'm doing a lot of cooking. I think I've gained weight.
I know I've gained weight. And here's the sad part. All the junk food, which we don't get too much of,
Right.
I ate it.
That's right.
And you ate it.
That's right.
And we're in trouble. We've gained some weight. And so during this time, we're going to try to have fun.
We are.
We're going to spend as much time with family in limited amounts as we can.
That's right.
There's some family members who we're not going to be able to see.
Right.
And we're going to think about them during this time. And tonight we're going to talk about family. We're going to talk about friends. We're going to look at our Facebook page and we're going to pick out some questions. And we're going to answer them tonight in our question and answer segment. We haven't done that in a while.
We haven't.
So let's ask a couple questions and we're going to go into some video. And Greg Johnson wants to know, what are your 5 favorite herbs or spices in your spice drawer?
I know what yours are.
I bet you do. You know what? When we think about that now, sugar and spice and everything. Nice.
Right.
So let's say seasonings.
Right.
Let's
Okay.
let's boil it down to that. If you had to guess what my 5 favorite are, what would you guess?
Well, I know your 3 basics: salt,
Okay.
pepper, and garlic.
And
You've
that's
gotta
pretty much
have that.
across the board. But then
Right.
what are my next 2 after that?
Probably basil and oregano, because you use those for everything.
She knows me
I know
very
you.
well.
I know you
That's
well.
it.
Yeah.
If I couldn't cook with anything else, I'd probably
have those.
I'd probably go with those. And sugar.
You gotta have a little sugar.
In limited amounts, you
That's
know.
right. That's right.
And Coleman, now this one's been asked a lot, but there's
Okay.
a lot of people asking, so we're going to ask it. How did we meet?
How did we meet?
Guess what? It was food related
Yes, it was.
in a seafood restaurant. Can you imagine that?
No, I can't, because that's still our favorite.
Seafood restaurant. Now, most of you know these things, but we have a lot of new people coming on all the time on our television show and social media. P.E. Koger says, how many total grandkids?
We have 5. I love the grandkids. Start with the baby, Valen, and he's
All right.
almost a year old.
Right.
And then we have
He just took his first steps.
he
the
did.
other
He's
day.
starting to walk.
Yeah.
Then we have Sammy, Taryn, and then we have Natalie. They're all in Michigan. And then we have Jakey.
Our step-grandson, who
That's right.
I have to intervene here because he just went through basic training successfully.
We're proud of him,
gonna
aren't
be
we?
in the National Guard.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
So we got the grandkids coming out our ears, and we like that. We need some more,
Yes,
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
Kelly, you want to see our 3 grandkids from Kelly?
Yes. Oh, that's true.
We
They're all
forgot
from
about
Harry.
these.
They're hairy.
They are hairy. All right. First of all, we have Trooper.
That's right.
Then we have Chappie, short for Chaplain, and we have Charlie, who bit my finger.
Yeah, new. Charlie does like to bite fingers. He's the new one.
And should we mention? There's actually I forgot the outdoor guy,
That's right.
Bickle.
We got 4.
We're mighty
granddogs.
proud of Bickle. Bickle works for the state police.
Yes, he does.
He's a canine dude.
He's pretty.
dog.
He's a pretty good looking dog.
He's something else. He's stout. Now, we think about our grandkids all the time, and we'd love for them to be here all the time.
I know. We
But
can't
they live
see
in
him.
Michigan.
That's right.
Their dad has a very important job. Their mother has a very important job. And they're doing really well up there. To bring this thing close to home, Justin was exposed. Therefore, he has to stay home. Now, he's showing absolutely no signs.
Right. There's
And
precautions.
we're thinking everybody's going to be okay. But right now, we're in a kind of situation where we can't go visit them.
Right.
And we think everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to stay home, keep your distance right now, because people who have a situation where they might have a heart or lung situation,
Right.
and you accidentally see the wrong person, touch the wrong person, and you're exposed, it could be very bad. So we can't be with the grandkids, but being at home right now, a lot of parents are at home. You know, this is the time that you can start thinking about teaching your kids how to cook.
That's right.
Taryn, she used to be so carefree.
That's
and
right.
Now she's turned into this little lady. All of a sudden, she's got very prim and proper, and she's got very serious about her cooking. And we were out in the field not too long ago, and she starts telling me about a macaroni recipe, and I'm like, "You're kidding me, right?" We come inside.
That's right.
She tells me step for step. We put it in her hands.
We did.
What do you think?
It was really good. She did great.
So we can't visit with the grandkids right now, but
We can eat her macaroni.
we can eat our macaroni. And here's a wonderful recipe from Taryn. You know what, Grandma?
What?
pressure's off of us tonight.
That's right.
Because I'm going to make my fried fish, and we know that's good.
Yes.
Last time you did a recipe, it was good. But it was kind of, you were much younger then. And it was just kind of easy ice cream stuff. You're actually moved up to the burner here. That's pretty impressive.
I know it.
So let's go back. We talked in the field before we chased the animals. Was that fun chasing the animals, Sammy?
Yeah.
Was that a lot of fun?
Yeah.
They liked him.
You were quite the shepherd. So here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and walk us through this again. Now you've made this before, right?
Yeah.
Can you guarantee us it's going to be good?
Yes.
1000%?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it? Do you like it too?
Yeah.
You like our macaroni? Okay.
Yeah. We made
Pressure's
a
off,
very
Grandma.
small batch.
Maybe we
batch before, and
I
it was
li-
terrible because
I like it too.
we all wanted more, so much.
Oh, everybody wanted more.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited to
we
have
got
it. then.
enough. I'm going to fry fish. We're going to have some fresh organic corn on the cob.
Oh, yum.
Kelly
yes.
brought some kind of biscuit mix we're going to do.
And we have sweet potatoes.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to have a good dinner.
So what we have done is we've got you a pan, we've got you a serving dish to put it in once we're there. Tell us what we're going to do. We've already got you like bow ties, right?
Yeah.
We got your bow ties going.
Can
They're
I
ready.
have those?
In just a minute when it's done. It's going to take just a minute.
What?
So, where do we start?
I usually add the milk first, then I'll add the noodles right after that, just so they're not sitting hot on the bottom of the pan.
I like it. So we got 3/4 of a cup. Now this is heavy whipping cream. You can't hardly go wrong with that.
I
Now
think
what?
we should turn the burner on.
Turn the burner on. Obviously, we're going to turn that on low. We don't want to.
Yeah, really low.
We don't want to scorch it.
Then I'd probably add the noodles.
The noodles.
Yeah.
All right.
I just put the milk in first so they won't like burn to the bottom.
All right. I like the sound of that. I'm just going to try to not splash everybody here.
You did good, Papa.
How about that? Now I'm going to break them up a little bit.
Yeah. Wow, that's gonna be yum.
Separated.
It's going to be so yum.
This is going to go good with our fried fish and corn on the cob and sliced tomatoes, fresh sliced tomatoes. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Whoa, yeah.
Control here, fresh caught fish.
That's gonna be that yum. After that, I usually add the butter to it.
Then the butter.
Yeah.
Let that slowly melt in there, I would imagine.
Yeah.
How much butter, Grandma?
That looks like
Can
about
we do
half a
about
stick.
2 of them?
2 of them?
Yeah, just add 2.
They're like in 2 tablespoon thingies. So that's 2 tablespoons. That's another 2 tablespoons. You sure you don't want it all?
Oh, no.
Let's have it all.
It slipped right out of my hand.
Butter's delicious.
I hate it when that happens.
Butter's delicious.
All right, so we're gonna let that melt. All right, looks like your butter is beginning to melt. You wanna go ahead and do this?
No.
You wanna do it?
Yeah. Sure.
That was about half a cup. We got a
Half
Parmesan
a cup
cheese.
of
Yep.
Parmesan, okay. How much noodles was it, Nikki?
We did a whole box of bow ties.
A whole box
Yep.
of bow tie. Ooh, that smells good.
How about
I'm beginning to think you might be onto something here, Taryn.
Then say add cheese. I just thought of it one night before dinner, and I was like, let's just make this. Do the cheese on.
Yum.
I'm digging it so far.
I like it too. And that's not even all of our
I'm gonna
ingredients.
turn it down just a little bit. A little salt and pepper?
Yeah. No, I don't like salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper makes it good.
Not too much pepper though.
That's Telecherry pepper. That's good.
That's special.
Yeah, it's a good pepper.
That's from the Telecherry Mountains where,
Yes.
where
I do like
Glenn they found him at the top of the mountain,
Really?
of the Telecherry Pepper Mountain,
Yeah.
and he forgot to bring water and he was dehydrated, so he had to slide all the way down to the bottom.
Really?
And then there was the pepper police.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble
him
again.
right back
He gets right in
in.
trouble every time.
You know what? I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more because it's starting to get pretty hot. Now, when do we add this cheese?
we gotta make sure that this isn't chunky because if you add that, then it might get chunkier. Because
Interesting.
I don't see much chunkies.
I think it looks perfect. I'm ready. Can
Now
we-
this?
Yep.
yeah,
Just a little bit at a time.
yeah.
And that was about 3/4 of a cup we measured there.
That's mozzarella.
All mozzarella cheese.
All right.
She wants it white.
You can add like there's a shredded Parmesan, but I think mozzarella is better to add just different cheeses.
I'm gonna turn it down.
And it gets a little bit stringy too. When you
I
do
like stringy mozzarella.
it. Yeah.
I think she's on something,
Ah,
Grandma.
this looks really good.
I think it's ready. What do you think?
That's not fair. I think maybe just another
All right.
minute of getting
Just
warm.
another minute? All right, I'm gonna get a fork. And me and Grandma are gonna sample and give you our estimations.
Oh, wow. Taryn. Yum.
Yo.
Grandma, let's see what we got here. Man, look at that.
I try.
Oh, yes. You want to try one? Yes, you like to try one too? Blow on it. Did you get it?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
We got talent in the family.
Oh, that is so good. Taryn, good job.
Taryn, I got to give you, and I'm being dead serious. I've had a lot of macaroni and cheese. That's as good as anybody, as I've eaten anywhere.
And you made that up yourself?
What?
Really? That is so good. In a minute, we'll get you a bowl.
You know what, Taryn? It's absolutely delicious. We're going to put that in the oven just to keep it warm. And then we're going to get our fish done and our corn done. What?
You don't like
When you put it in the oven, it makes magic flowers come out.
Oh.
We're going to put this in the oven, let it stay warm, because that's too good to waste. We
Yeah,
don't want
that's
any of that
delicious.
to go away. We come back in a minute after we get our fish out. I'm telling you what.
I'm excited.
Fantastic, kiddo.
Good job.
That really is good.
It is really good.
That's better than the store-bought.
It is.
Can I
All
try?
right, let's put it in the oven. It's also a good time to think about the old ways, the old-fashioned ways.
That's right.
And did you know, most people know this, most people in Kentucky know this, a lot of them have still done it, churning butter was a task that some people hated. They'd sit there and churn that butter. You know, some of them had the old
It's a
crank
lot of
time,
work.
some of them had the old churn. Where
It's
you
a lot of
actually-
work.
You can actually take heavy whipping cream, take it and shake it in something, and just continue to shake it until you get
Butter.
the best
The
butter
best
you've
butter
ever had.
It is good butter.
So this is a good time to start thinking about the old ways
Mm-hmm.
and people who were self-sufficient and really got things done. So here's just a little clip of us shaking some butter.
Yeah, it's getting really, yeah, it's like I can barely turn it.
All right, we have development. Aha!
I got
Look at
butter.
there.
I got butter.
It's getting hard,
I
isn't it?
can't hardly do it. I'm gonna win. All of a sudden.
Hey, I'm already there. I was just being
I won.
nice.
Yay! Oh wow,
Looky there.
it's butter. It's real butter.
More questions. John Ditto says you've done shows on butchering hogs, cows, and sheep. Will you do one on chickens? Please. Old-time ways are the best.
That's right.
He's correct. The thing about chicken is, once you get the feathers off, there's a couple ways to do that. They have automatic pluckers where they go through almost like a washing machine. They have little rubber fingers that pull them all off. Or you can dip them in scalding water and get the feathers off. And that's stinky and it takes a long time, but people still do that. Anyway, bottom line is, once you get down to the chicken and he's been plucked, minus the head, minus the feet, we don't eat chicken feet. We tried them one time. They were edible, but we'll probably stick to other things.
Yes.
So really, once you get the chicken plucked, that's the main thing you have to do.
Right.
is
That's
you
most work.
break it up into groups. And we have video online. We have so many things on YouTube that you can go and look at.
Right.
Here's how you take this chicken and cut it up into separate parts for frying, baking, grilling,
Yum.
soup,
Yum.
on and on and on. You know, there's so many things when you're sitting at home. You know, you get bored. A lot of people are watching TV. But step outside. Doesn't matter if you're in the city, in the suburbs, or in the country. Step outside and listen to a bird. Get you a field guide, a simple field guide. You can get them at any bookstore. You can order them on Amazon right now. And look at an eastern bird guide. You can't believe how many species we have in this state. Get you a bird feeder, set it right outside your window, get you a camera.
Yeah.
And we're going to show a buddy of mine who lives out in Western Kentucky just what you can do by looking out your window. And he snaps some amazing pictures as well.
He did.
Just a little bird ID, fun thing for you and your kids. We're in Logan County today. Jeff Finn, retired Fish and Wildlife.
Yes.
I'm kind of like that too.
Yes, you are.
You are a naturalist. You love nature. And I did a little thing on birds. Until I saw your pictures, I thought, man, he's beating me up. And I thought I really wanted to share some of the things. You know, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen, again, is a show about not just cooking and not just the farm and things that come into the kitchen, but sometimes we look out the kitchen window. We want to be familiar with nature. We want to look at that tree and say, I think I know what that is. We want to know some edible plants. When you go into the woods and you walk into the woods and you hear a bird or you see a bird, it's not just a bird, it's a particular kind of bird.
Right.
What you have out here, now these cats, you're in the flyway.
Yeah, it must be.
They're on their way somewhere else. Let's talk about, first of all, what you started seeing out here and then how you started wanting to attract them.
You can take the rose-breasted grosbeak, for
Beautiful
example.
bird.
Beautiful bird. I had never seen one myself up until a few years ago, and I've watched birds my whole life. The reason I had not is usually when we fed birds, it was during the winter time. You know, you put snow in the seeds. There's no rose-breasted grosbeaks around here in the
You
winter
see
time.
the typical same things we were seeing, chickadees and the junco.
The grosbeaks come here about the same time the hummingbirds come here in April. And so if you don't have sunflower seeds out in April, you don't see those birds.
Right.
And I started finding, you know, it's the same thing with other species. If you've got the right thing out at the right time, you're going to see it.
You're starting to put things out that I wasn't thinking about. Jelly.
Right.
What kind of jelly? Does it matter?
Well, what I've put out is grape jelly. Last year, I've been seeing where, you know, some people attracted Baltimore Oreos with oranges. And so I put out the oranges and fixed up something last year, and I saw a few way high across the pond. Didn't think much about it till this year, and we walked in the living room one day and there was a Baltimore Oriole on the hummingbird feeder. I quickly got out here, started putting out the oranges again, and I'd heard they were also attracted to grape jelly. And so I put some grape jelly out, and for the last few weeks I've probably had as many as 8 to 10 Baltimore Orioles here, and that's been a lot of fun for a guy who's watched birds his whole life and never seen them before. When I started putting out the oranges for the Orioles, I looked and I've got summer tanagers coming to these oranges each day, and so I'm not normally have summer tanagers come to any feeder, and now I've got a summer tanager sitting there just right outside my window. Yeah, beautiful birds.
We're seeing recently an indigo bunting.
Yes.
And I said, look at that. Somebody said it's a bluebird. I said, well, yeah, it's a bluebird. He goes, no, it's just a regular bluebird. There's no such. I'm like, I'm just going to stop.
Yeah.
It's a different little fella. He's deep dark blue. He's beautiful. And you seeing those around here too?
Yes, I have those. They're in the cypress trees quite a bit. I've had quite a few of them come in recently. You've got your blue indigo buntings. I have blue grosbeaks, which is just a little bit larger than indigo bunting and looks a lot like them. A lot of people will see a blue grosbeak and think it's an indigo bunting. And then I've got a bluebird house over here with the regular bluebirds, so there's quite a few different bluebirds around here.
Thank you, man. So that being said, we've answered a bunch of questions. We've had fun. We visit with the grandkids. We've tried to figure out what kind of hobbies we can do indoors. But there is something very sad. And we have just about cried as many tears as we possibly can. And I'm leaving this at the end because I can't talk about it after the fact. We lost our Moses. Moses was, a bigger dog. A lot of bigger dogs last, 8 years or so. And he was getting to about that point. You have a good veterinarian when they share tears with you.
Right.
It was rough
Yeah,
because
it
he was a
was.
good dog. Let me tell you something about those big breeds in the Pyrenees. There are good ones, and there are dogs that aren't so good. When you find one that is loyal, takes care of everybody, won't hurt your chickens or
Right.
anybody else. Some of them have a little wild hair in them.
Right.
He was perfect. And we want to thank so many people. I cannot tell you how many people responded. And we let you know what happens on our farm, what happens. Now, if you lose a stock animal, that's expected.
Right.
But a dog,
Yeah.
to me, is almost like a human.
Right.
They look at you, they have a soul, they love you. I got to quit talking about it. Let's just have a little think about Moses.
Okay, there's a reason we came outside. We told you the stork was coming. Well, the stork is coming. We're looking for Moses. Moses is going to be our guard dog for Mavis, Myrtle, and Milkweed. So, here we go right now. Moses has made his entrance. We've been waiting all day for Moses. This is Megan. Megan, tell us first of all where Moses came from, which farm?
Moses is from Fort Harper Farms of Benton, Kentucky, or very far western Kentucky. We say Callaway, but
And you raise these dogs just for this purpose?
yes, just for the purpose of herding and staying with livestock and protecting livestock. We call them polar bears at my house because they're just so fluffy, and we got 9 of them running around that look like little polar bears.
Oh my, look at this
Say
little man.
hi.
Hey Moses, how you doing, buddy? So,
Hi.
now here's the thing.
They're protection animals for the goats or the sheep or whatever. Different people have different purposes. Some people like donkeys, some people like dogs, some people like llamas or alpacas, but at our house we prefer the dogs.
So he is not going to get too much attention like a normal dog. He's going to mainly bond with the sheep. Let's go take him out.
Okay.
Hey girls, come here girls. Hey girls, how's our girls? Looky here, look at that baby. Look at that baby. See the baby? That's just a baby. That's just a baby. And this is how it starts. They got to get used to him. It's going to take some bonding and some time. We go from Sunday to Tuesday, but once they figured out a couple days later that he's here to not hurt them, well, it's turned out really well. And we're trying to be as hands-off as much as we can, and he's really keen on them. He wants to be around them. And if we come up unexpected, you gotta hear him bark. Just a tiny little puppy bark. One day will sound like a big vicious bark. He's not cute or anything. And the girls are happy with him now. Everybody's buddies and pals, and every now and then we accidentally reach down and pet him on the head. We don't mean to, but we just can't hardly resist, can we, Moses?
You gotta be a mean guard dog, and we can't pet you too much because you're vicious and hateful, and you're gonna take everybody very seriously. No bad coyotes are gonna get in here.
This is Milkweed, who is very personable. She likes to have her head scratched. This is Mavis, who's the leader. That's Myrtle, who's the stomper. And these are our girls. They are gonna be our brood stock. They're probably gonna die of old age and be very happy on the farm here. And Moses, he's the protector, over there by Nikki's feet.
To order a cookbook, please call 502-319-0487 or email timfarmerck@gmail.com.